Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Here in this episode we look at some black archives. They're known from the Cold War era. During the Cold War, Britain's most secret facilities were hidden, not in plain sight, but underground. Tunnels carved into chalk, laboratories beneath fields, communication bunkers cut off from the world. And deep inside, there were files that never made it to the public record, the ones marked VB, the ones stamped Black Archives. These weren't nuclear test logs. The Red Room debrief. Declassified fragments suggest a government psychological experiment went wrong. Subjects reported seeing their reflections moving independently, long before the lights cut out. All subsequent test data was destroyed, though the official reason given was fire damage. No one believed it. By the mid-1970s, internal memos began to surface, warning about field contamination. Personnel who spent too long inside certain classified sites developed recurring auditory hallucinations, hearing their own names whispered through the static of radio channels. Some experts within the archives began to suspect these weren't hauntings at all, but manifestations born of high EMF, which is electrical magnetic frequency, infrasound and psychological pressure. Others disagreed. They pointed to evidence showing the activity continued even after power was cut and equipment removed. Whatever the truth, the Ministry of Defence quietly shut down Project VB by 1984. Most records were sealed under the 100-year rule, but a few escaped through leaks, photographs, and recovered microfilm reels now circulating among private collectors and retired operatives. It said some of those reels still contain audio from the original sessions, and that listening too long without a break can trigger the same hallucinations once reported by the Porton Down staff. In recent years, new interest in the Black Archives has emerged. Researchers investigating disused military tunnels across Wiltshire and Gloucestershire have stumbled across fragments, chalkboard diagrams of human silhouettes, tapes labelled Red Echo, and pages describing entities only in terms of electromagnetic behaviour. One researcher noted, "They didn't think these were ghosts, they thought they were byproducts of weaponised frequencies." But the deeper you go, the stranger the patterns become. Many of the reports share the same details. Sudden temperature drop, unexplainable interference across multiple analogue sources, devices, and always a reference to return signals, almost as if something or someone was answering back. Today, Porton Down is still operational officially. It's the UK's Defence Science and Technology Laboratory. Unofficially, some believe remnants of the Black Archives remain stored within its old sealed levels, accessible only under diplomatic clearance. From time to time, residents of Wiltshire report glowing silhouettes near the fence lines. Security dismisses them as drone reflections. Yeah, right. But surveillance footage from the 1990s show otherwise. Figures walking against the wind, visible only on infrared, and vanishing once light is restored. Some call it Spectre 11, others the Echo Loop. Whatever the name, the frequency is always the same. A low resonance between 19 and 22 Hz, right at the edge of human hearing, the frequency that makes your eyes vibrate and convinces your brain there's something standing beside you. The Black Archives may not have been about ghosts at all, or were they? They may have been about what happens when science meets supernatural head on. When you push the boundaries of sound, radiation, or the human mind, you might just open doors no one meant to, and once opened, they don't always close. Files VB1 through VB20 remain missing, but perhaps not everything stays buried. If you ever find yourself in Wiltshire and the night hums low with static, listen closely. You might just hear the Cold War whispering back. This has been the Black Archives, Cold War secrets, haunted signs, and the echoes that refuse to die. Follow for more investigations, because history isn't always written in ink. Sometimes it's written in static. You might find this interesting. You might also find one of our other videos interesting, The Glitch Ghosts, which is on a similar line. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching. Please don't forget to give us a like, share it, and please consider subscribing. Thank you and goodbye.